Dear students, due to spread of coronavirus, uh, I decided to launch one video cassette for distance learning so that you will be engaged with learning process, because after the your what is called lockdown over, there will be limited time and we will not able to complete the syllabus, so you may get the problem. So keep on touch and learn properly so that you will be benefited. So now here I have given some emergency numbers. If anyone's get suffering from coronavirus or any doubt, so you can call on this number, so you will be responded properly. And now we have to start class 10 science subject chapter 2. The chapter name is acid, base and salt. So let us see some main points here. The points are properties of acid, properties of base, Peroneus concept of acid and base, natural indicator, synthetic indicator, olfactory indicator, then acid, how does acid react with metal, how does base react with metal, how does acid react with metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate. Then we have to go for the neutralization reaction. Then we'll go to dilution. So now let us come to first point, that is properties of acid. What do we mean by acid? Acid are those substances which gives these characteristics generally, as it is a traditional belief or a traditional point of view. So acid show the sour taste. Blue, it changes the blue litmus paper to red litmus, and it react with metal to evolve the hydrogen gas. So such type substances are known as the acid. For example, cod, lemon juice, HCl hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, these are known as the acid category substance. Now let us come to properties of base. The base are those substances which show this type of properties, like the bases are bitter in taste, it is soapy in touch, it changes red litmus paper to blue litmus. So these are known as the base substance. Like anything, you can take Corella, bitter taste, that again taken as base, and sodium hydroxide, that is also base. So these are known as the base substance. Then let us come one concept which is known as the Peroneus concept. According to Peroneus concept, acid is that substance which furnish hydrogen ion in aqueous solution. So when we put the substance into the water, if that substance will generate hydrogen ion in water, then that is called the acid. Similarly, base is that substance when it is dissolved into the water, if it furnish OH minus, means hydroxyl ion, then it is called the base. So this is about the Peroneus concept, the scientist who has put forwarded this concept to define acid and base. Let us come. Natural indicator. What do we mean by indicator? Indicator are those substances which indicate whether the substance is base or acid. So they are called the indicator. Indicators are different types here: natural indicator, synthetic indicator, olfactory indicator. We'll talk about now natural indicator. Natural indicator means the indicator which classify the substance, whether the substance is acid or base. That is called the natural indicator, but that is available, that should be available in nature. Like for example, turmeric, it is natural indicator. Litmus, it is a natural indicator. Similarly, synthetic indicator, that also classify the substance into acid and base. For example, synthetic means man-made, which we generate this indicator, we prepare this indicator by artificial method, industrial method, that is synthetic indicator. So example, methyl orange, one synthetic indicator, phenolphthalein, another synthetic indicator. Now we'll come what is called olfactory indicator. Olfactory indicator. What we have seen here, these two type of indicator, they classify the substance by changing their color. But here, this indicator does not change its color, but it changes its smell or odor. So when the indicator classify the substance into acid or base by changing its odor or smell, then that type of indicator generally called olfactory indicator. For example, onion, vanilla, clove, red cabbage, these are known as the olfactory indicator. When they are put into the acid or base, their smell is changed and we can understand whether the acid or base. So such type of indicator are called olfactory indicator. Okay, next we will come to the one example I am giving. In our daily life, when we take our meal, sometimes some stain of the curry, it get into the cloth. If it is white cloth, it is properly visible. So then when we wash it with the soap, we rub it with the soap, then we get the color change. The stain generally yellow color because of the turmeric present in the stain or the curry. So when soap contact here, the turmeric contact with the soap and soap is base, so it changes into red color. So it shows that soap is red color and the indicator is here, that is turmeric, natural indicator. So it is one type of example to show the base or acid. Now second part will come, what happens when acid react with metal. What happens when acid react with metal? That it produce salt and hydrogen gas. When acid react with metal, then it produce salt and hydrogen gas. For example, we are taking acid H2SO, for that is sulfuric acid. When react with metal called zinc, suppose, then it will give salt, zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. So this is called the salt and this is called the hydrogen gas. So from here we can conclude, when acid react with any metal, then it gives the metal salt and hydrogen gas definitely. Similarly, what happens when base react with the metal? So when base react with the metal, same thing is formed, that is salt and hydrogen gas. So now for example, base, sodium hydroxide is one base. When it react with metal like suppose same zinc, then it will form sodium zincate. This is called a sodium zincate, which is a salt and hydrogen gas. Now what happens when acid react with metal carbonate? Metal carbonate, then it will form the salt, water and carbon dioxide. Here also salt, hydrogen, but here salt, water and carbon dioxide. For example, acid we are taking HCl, hydrochloric acid, plus metal carbonate we are taking sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, sodium carbonate, or metal hydrogen carbonate we are taking sodium hydrogen carbonate. Then there will be the product side, sodium chloride, one salt will be formed, water will be formed and carbon dioxide will be formed. So from here we conclude that when acid react with metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, so definitely salt will be formed, water will be formed, along with the carbon dioxide gas will be evolved. So this is about the what happens acid and plus metal carbonate. Let us come to another term is known as the neutralization reaction. So when acid react with base, then there will be two products, one is salt and one is water. So when acid react with base, salt and water are formed. Such type of reaction is known as the neutralization reaction, because when acid react with base, the product which are formed salt and water, neither acid nor base, they are neutral. Salt is neutral as well as water is also neutral. That's why the process is known as the neutralization reaction. Now example we are taking, suppose acid, for acid we are taking hydrochloric acid, for base we are taking sodium hydroxide, then sodium chloride salt will be formed and water will be formed. This is salt, this is water, both are known as the neutral. So it is neutralization reaction. Now What happens when metal oxide react with acid? So when metal oxide react with acid, salt will be formed as well as water will be formed. For example, metal oxide we are taking copper oxide and acid we are taking HCl, hydrochloric acid. Then it will be formed copper chloride as well as water. Copper chloride is salt and water. So when acid react with base, salt water is formed. When metal oxide react with acid, then salt and water is formed. So from these two reactions, we finally conclude that base is metal oxide. So metal oxide is same as base. All the metal oxide are base in nature. From here we can conclude. Similarly, non-metal oxides are acid in nature. Like magnesium oxide, base. Sodium oxide, base. But non-metal oxide, that is carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, they are known as the acid. Now finally we are coming to the term dilution. What is called dilution? Generally to dilute acid or base, we add water with acid or base. This process is known as the generally dilution. So dilution is a process by which acid or base is added with water to lower down the concentration of hydrogen or hydroxyl ion. Because when acid react with water, hydrogen ion is formed. When base react with water, hydroxyl ion is formed. So to lower down the concentration of hydrogen or hydroxyl ion in the acid and base, when water is added, that process is known as the dilution. So here one we have to keep in our mind, when we want to dilute acid, we need to add water, but this is not correct. What I have given here, during dilution of acid, water should not be added to acid, because no is written. This is not correct. Water to acid, addition of water to acid is not correct, but addition of acid to water is correct. So why? Because water, the acid has high affinity towards the water. When we add water into acid, the acid suddenly react with incoming water and fast and exothermic reaction takes place, which generate huge amount of heat, which may flush out, which bring out the acid from the container and the user may get harm. Or due to sudden rise of temperature or heat, the test tube or the jar may be broken and we may get the harm. That's why during dilution of acid, generally water is not added to acid, but acid is added to water, and that will be slowly and with continuous stirring process. So this is about your first part of chapter 2, acid, base and salt. Next part we will continue again in the next class. Till that, you have to practice all these points and you make yourself ready how much I have explained here. Thank you very much.